And I don't like his release, so stop talking about it.
I didn't say it once, but since you brought it up, I'm going to average heaps more than you. Yeah, at that price? Who? At that price, who? At that price.
No.
At that price. At that price.
No one.
Good. Matty put it in.
Too late.
Oh!
Too high. Too high.
He keeps on asking me if Tom McCone's going to be the Ruckman. It's not.
Not yet. Not yet anyway.
Not even, he's not the best Ruckman in
I
cup.
want to see kidneys and chesters. I want to see these.
You're not going to be seeing much of chest, aren't you?
Oh, Francis. I just got concussed. I just got concussed.
Doesn't care.
Tom Mitchell doesn't just tug on the ball. Thomas kicks the winning goal and he got 140. Vice captain right now.
Welcome back to SuperCoach Masters. I am Geordie and look who I pulled out of the
what? The hat? The cat? The house? Champ, the hospital? Because that's where I've been a lot of the times. But congratulations to me, having 2 baby girls.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm here.
Now you're back. Why?
I don't know, champ. Had nothing to do. The kids asleep, so I thought I'd come and give you a fucking cuddle. I haven't seen you for so long. How you been, champ? Where's the hat? Where's the hair? It's long.
Don't touch my beard. Yeah, it is long. I'm saving a bunch on haircuts.
Haircuts, saving a bunch.
Yeah.
Well, this is all natural now. I don't even have to dye it anymore. So that's what happens.
Well, Matty, we've got a solution for that.
Yeah, what's that?
SuperCoach beanies.
Champ, guys.
Yeah, they're $30.
$30? Okay. Yeah,
$30
sure.
bucks. And you definitely, if anyone needs a SuperCoach beanie, it's Matty.
I'm still waiting on my effing hoodie, George. Where's my hoodie?
Champ, you're not getting a fucking hoodie, okay?
Well, this is why I haven't been around, guys. This is it. See, if you get treated like respect, you get respect back.
Got people are here, not because they want to listen to you talk about your
Of
kids.
course they want to.
4 hours on the phone or every day, guys. Every day.
What do you want me to do?
Talk about SuperCoach.
Do we not?
We do.
Do we
that's
not?
After you're like, oh, yeah, kids.
Yeah, well, you said, what are you doing? How are the kids? Of course.
I'm going to feed the babies again.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I do.
Sarah does that.
No, there's 2 of them.
All right. There's 2 of them. All right. So we were
know.
talking about some mid prices that people absolutely need.
Of course we want to do it, but champ, I just want to, like, I haven't seen you literally for over nearly a year.
I know.
So how was your 2003 wrapped it up? Tell me.
I stayed home most of the time, looked at SuperCoach, played some games. That's about it. What about you?
Well,
Oh, the kids are okay.
well champ.
No, you look huge. What? Now, what the heck? Now, we don't condone the taking of drugs, but is there how much steroids is in that body right now?
Champ, I've been drinking that breast milk and that formula milk, and my God, it's made me huge. No, it's not true. It's not true.
Now, if you're new here, please like and subscribe.
And by the way, I'm not taking steroids. Thanks, Jules, for asking. That was really nice. But Jules, you're looking very toned and lean and
I am.
long-haired and saving money, I guess.
You didn't see me on my birthday. You didn't wish me happy birthday. It was a couple of days ago. Thanks, champ. So if you're new here, like and subscribe. Okay?
All right.
Like and subscribe if you're new here. We've got a new Facebook group, that official page.
I know.
How much of a dog shit is that?
Oh, champ, Anonymous just loves to get that.
Oh,
what's his name? Someone knows the money.
Let's
Someone knows the money, but anyway.
No one knows the money. He's just an idiot. Facebook group, AFL SuperCoach admin. We've got a new group. No anonymous posting. No gambling posts. No spam. No advertisements. Nothing like that. Jump on AFL SuperCoach group admin.
Well,
get involved. Also, jump on the Twitter. That's where we are, and you're also on Spotify. Maybe you know we're only 4.3 stars on Spotify, guys. If you don't even watch it, jump on Spotify, AFL SuperCoach Masters, give us 5 stars, boost up our rankings.
I don't even know what Spotify, as in rankings, as in.
Oh, 4.3 out of 5 stars.
So someone doesn't like you.
Well, someone's put 4 stars, obviously, a couple of times, and some people put 5 stars. Anyway, put 5 stars. I'm not going to explain the mechanics of giving 4 or 5 stars out of 5 for Matty. There is a forward video coming up as well, so stay tuned for that. This one's going to be beforehand.
What?
A forward. My forward one's coming out soon.
I know what you're saying, but
14 forwards.
Oh, forwards, champ. Forwards.
People don't want that. I'm just battling YouTube with some copyright infringements. But that's coming out. Now, Matty.
Yes, Jules.
The first thing I noticed when you sent me a list of mid-prices was one mid-pricer that was missing.
I didn't pick him for a reason.
George Wardlaw.
Champ. With new coaches and new teams and all these new recruits coming in, you just don't know where these players are going to play.
He's in the guts. George Wardlaw, I can tell you, you probably didn't watch North Melbourne games and West Coast games, and that's fair enough.
Of course we did.
I'm telling you, George Ward, the way he attacked the football, the way he plays is so good. He's going to increase his average. He is. If he is fit, he's going to increase his average. He's such a good young player. I love him. I think he's great. The only thing is, now he's got so much more midfielders. Simpkin. You even got a couple of these. Sheasel now rotating through
and Sheasels and Who knows? Zach Vishal might get a sniff.
Zach Fish ain't going to midfield.
Taron Thomas, I'm sure he's going to get a few.
Current Tourist is going straight to jail.
Straight to the slammer.
Can we allowed to say that? See?
I guess we did.
See,
so.
I can't be like, spastic
What
when you're not here. It's just because that's just weird, man.
It's the energy I
it's
just
weird.
It's just
no,
the energy
like,
I just give.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
champ, enough of your small talk about some jailed Taron Thomas's.
Wardlaw, you hate him.
I don't
So
know.
all the mid prices, he's not even on Matty's list.
No, he's not. I'm sorry, he's not. But you want to get into it.
How much does he cost?
George Wardlaw. Who cares, champ? Oh, Wardlaw.
I'm
We're
telling
really
you,
doing
Wardlaw's
this.
not bad.
All right, Wardlaw is 365.
Mate, he can go to 500. He's such a good player. Anyway, we'll get into the more serious ones.
Is he in your team, champ?
No, he's not.
Okay, well then shit out. There's a lot of other mid-prices that probably are in your team. Don't want to go ahead. You see, Matty's mid-price madness towards the end of last year was just a wasted point of shit, crap, whatever.
You wasted everyone's time, let's be real.
We wasted everyone's time.
Let's not sugarcoat it.
Man, no one had any trades, so of course I'm wasting their time. Okay, you go and pick a Chase Jones or...
No, I've got to pick some kills.
There's someone on here, there's someone on the list that I didn't say, which I will be saying, but it's not more of the mid-price, it's more of those value picks. I'm talking about George Hewitt. George Hewitt, at his price, and what he can do, and what he has done.
I thought this year was going to be different.
It's never going to be different, Chad. George Hewitt. Price. Think about it.
I have.
Think about it.
Well, okay, let's just go into it. Carlton's got the second buy.
Oh, we're not going to talk about, okay, we're talking about mid-price players. We're talking about who's the best pick. We can tell you that Carlton, Sydney, Collingwood, these type of teams, Melbourne, who else is in there? George, Gold Coast, GWS. These are the teams that we're trying to avoid because they're playing round 0. Mm-hmm. All right, we get that. Is that what you're going to say, champ?
I'm also going to say he's got the first buy. So if you did get him, you'd get him for one game on your SuperCoach team, then he has a buy. So, but he'll play round 0. If he gets 130, he looks good. The next game, round 1, where you actually have to play SuperCoach, you'll play his second round. Don't pick him up because the next round he has his buy. If his price is going to change, it'll be on round 4. So if he gets a couple.
Well, I got a funny feeling, champ, that everyone is going to be having the exact same premiums and players based on that round opening buy because we're literally getting a free preseason game looking to select our team, as we all know that we don't pick our team.
That's going to be hectic that first round after round 0. Oh, it's just going to be
everything's going to change, champ. But are you going to hold the balls and you're going to stand by your sarongs? Who doesn't play? Well, who's in your team? Well, who's in your team right now?
That's playing round 0.
Yes. Gordon Grundy?
Gordon Grundy, yeah.
James Jordan, you going to stick by him if he gets to 60?
No.
See? That's what I mean.
Depends on the role. Because if he gets 25 touches and he got a good CBAs and he gets to 60, I'm still getting him.
Sounds good.
So it depends on the role, really. Yeah. And which we'll get into the role of all the round 0 players when that happens. But until then, we've got some preseason games. And tell me about Hewitt. So you obviously like Hewitt. Is there any reason why his CBAs are going to increase from last year? Because no one's really injured in that midfield mix, right?
Well, he was in the midfield mix at the end of the season. So that's the thing. This is what I'm trying to say to you.
So tell me his CBAs while you got him up.
So I will. Just let me get to what I want to show you. So his last few games have been pretty good. Like he's been sub how many times, champ? I reckon he's got a 19, 17, a 22, a 39, all sub-affected games.
Pretty sub-affected.
And his last 4 games, St Kilda got 99, Melbourne he got 142, Gold Coast he got 112, and GWS 84. Okay. And I'm pretty sure he scored pretty well in the finals as well. But anyway, and that price there, champ.
What's his price?
It's 440.
440. Yeah.
And obviously we know what he has averaged the year before, which was about 110 plus, whatever it was, 115 maybe I think it was. Let's just tell Geordie how much it was, just so for everyone that's thinking about it.
570, 600, something
well,
like
he averaged a good, handy 111. Pretty good. Anyway, so that's one that I didn't have on the list.
Read me the CBAs. You stole my laptop. You took away my CBAs. So at least go do the benefits and say how much CBAs did Hewitt get?
If we're going to be doing every CBAs for
not for everyone, because this is obviously a midfielder that's worth talking about.
Well, his last 4 CBAs. There he goes. Play summary. Let's go to SuperCoach Georgie Hewitt. Champ, your internet is really bad.
You didn't have to click anything.
I didn't have to click anything. But I only
this is why we don't give you the laptop.
Champ, you asked for the CBAs.
I want CBAs.
You know. Oh God, Jody, this computer, it's coming. So the CBAs, George Short, his last 4 rounds of the game, he got 68%, 73%, 62, 76.
Wow.
And he didn't get any CBAs against GWS in that last round, but he still got 80 odd or 90 almost.
Wow. He's actually
And then
the
his last 2 games in the finals, he got the most CBAs. He got 83 and 88 CBAs. So Geordie,
That was in the finals.
that was that's what I just said.
That's pretty good.
The last 2 games in the finals, Melbourne and Brisbane. He got,
Actually, second highest CBA getter for Carlton last year. That's pretty surprising. But I like it, Matty. I don't mind it.
Don't mind it at all.
If you're coming up to around 3 or 4 and he's
Well,
off
I'm
his
just
bye
saying,
and he's
yeah.
covered a couple of good scores in a row, don't hate it. That one's not too bad.
All right, but let's all get straight back down, champ. And I'd like you to say, I think everyone knows there's not so much mid prices in the defense. They are 2 out of these 3 are very highly selected and obviously we're going to track their preseason. So the number 1 obviously is Zach Williams. If you don't have him in your team, apparently he's burning up the track. He's a must get. You know, obviously he's averaged pretty high. He probably can make us 200,000 if he stays on the park fit. At 216 champ, is that a bargain? Yes or no? Out of 10. He's in your team.
He's an injury-prone player. You get a free look at him round 1, which I think that's the most attractive part of him. Doesn't really matter if you're 200k he has a buy. So I like him.
Is he in the best? Is he in the best 22?
When he's not injured, yes. Which is
That's pretty much everyone's in the best 22 if they're not injured, champ.
Yeah, but he's injured a lot of his career. Probably he's been injured more of his career than he's been available.
Yeah, another common one is good old Heath Chapman at 251k, champ. Now
I really like Chapman. I had him in my team until I saw the matches pre-season kind of training runs against each other.
So Driscoll and Sharp apparently are fighting for that spot. And Driscoll is, I think, that 300,000 and Sharp is that 123. So I think we're all rooting for Sharp.
Go Sharpie.
To win that spot so we can pick him up in the guts as a rookie.
And Chapman's been doing really well on the wing as well. He played the first half, I believe, on the wing and the second half in defence. So I really like Chapman if he was playing in defence.
Yes,
but I don't like him on the wing. I don't like wing scorers unless they're obviously 123k.
Well, track the. We don't get to see We don't get to see Chapman round 1 though, so you just have to track his preseason pretty good. I think he's playing Collingwood. By the way, congratulations, Collingwood supporters. We won the 2023 Premiership. Yeah. And by the way, just a fun fact.
Please.
In the grand final.
Please.
You know who top scored that game?
Tom Mitchell.
Say it again. If I had boys, I would call them Tommy and Mitchell. But unfortunately, I had some. No, I'm not. Unfortunately, but that's what I would have called it. But anyway, Tom Mitchell is going to be the godfather to my daughters, but that's another thing. Anyway,
did we get any chance Tom Mitchell's going to send in a message after
champ? Well, I'll take some photos at the christening with him there. So the third one out of the park, champ, and this is another track of the preseason. You might laugh.
I'm not laughing, but
his name is Massimo D'Ambrosio, coming from Essendon. All right, now he's in the back line. Well, you can get him in the back line from Hawthorn.
Massimo.
But they pretty much Hawthorn pretty much inherited a full forward line, really. Like with, they got Gunston back, Marbio Chol, Jack Ginnivan, and another guy that's, word is he'll be on the wing. Not in the back line, but you can get him in the back line, but he'll be on the wing / forward flank.
I just really don't like this pick.
I don't like him either.
I've spoken to a lot of people and no one's agreed with me. I don't think he's in their best 22. I've looked at their team. I like that Seamus Mitchell better. I like Weddle better. I like Sicily. Even Scrimshaw, I like all these players and their team and Amon as well. There's no room for him unless they got an injury. And plus they also have to inject in their best 22. They have to put in maybe Gunston. I don't really think so, but they probably do. Ginnivan, the other idiot, Chol. I don't think there's enough room for him in the team.
I'm just saying, tracked preseason, there was very slim pickings in the mid prices because, let's face it, I think the structure is about 3 to 4 premiums in the back line is what you probably want to go for as far as what we know about our players moving forward, champ. But also we're just throwing in there. Just that's a funny mid price madness that I'm thinking he could.
It's funny.
He could. I like players that go to every single player that went to another team last year. We pretty much had them, as far as traded players that have new roles and they do obviously do good based on the fact that they're at a new team doing a new role. So they wouldn't have gone for nothing. But anyway, who knows what Sam Mitchell's going to do? Maybe he's doesn't like Italians and he won't get a game.
Wow. But Polopolo's not there. I think that speaks volume. I don't think volume.
I don't think Polopolo was Italian. Anyway, whatever. Greek, Italian.
Polopolo. Hey. All
right. Meanwhile, moving in the midfield, chat. This is a dark horse if he can get his way into the team.
I'm not even looking. Just tell me who it is.
Yeah, Will Brodie. Like, we all know what he's done.
Oh, no.
We got Will Brodie at 300,000.
I'm going to ask you a question. And I want your expertise. Brayshaw in the midfield. Sarong in the midfield.
5 apparently.
Apparently 5 in the midfield. Hayden Young, apparently full-time midfielder. Jago O'Meara, Matty Johnson, who their youngest midfielder, who they want to get more games into. How the hell are they going to fit Will Brodie in this midfield?
I'll tell you this. Will Brodie, he only plays 2 positions, and that's
Bench
60.
and
Yeah,
Sandful.
that's right.
Wait, no. Waffle.
When he actually plays AFL games, he's like 60%. You know, I'm just saying, who knows? He could. There could be some. Let's keep an eye on him. Like it's a good price for the value that he could potentially do. He's got potential if he can get on the park and stay there and impress.
What's he costing the audience?
Jam, he's costing $3.18, and he's someone that was a keeper at that price.
He was, but he's just not good enough anymore.
Okay, but people can bounce back, Jam. People can bounce back, and here's another one for you, Champ. Sheldrick.
I love that pick.
Do you really?
I think he's such a good player.
He's a good player. He got injured, and that's where his career just
Do you have some Sheldrick numbers for me?
Would you like some Sheldrick numbers, Champ? I think he was in your team last year, wasn't he? Was he not?
I really liked watching him. He was a young player. Him and Wardle kind of rate very closely together. They're first-year players who had only a bit of a sniff, and they'd done really well. They passed the eye test. And he was a bit of an accumulator, I think, as well.
Oh, yeah, he got some good numbers.
The CBAs he got was pretty impressive for his first year as well. So if his time and ground has a bit of a jump, I think Sheldrick's a really
pick. Like from the periods of around 14 to around 16, he got 91, 93, 102. Then there was subs and injuries all the way across the board.
So the only games he wasn't either sub or injured, right? So he got an 11 when he was a sub, he got a 9 when he was a sub, and he got a 53 when he was injured. The games that he did not get injured or subbed, he got 91, 93, and 102. That's he's very, very promising.
So we'll track his preseason. We get to see him round 0 and preseason before we think about it. Because let's face it, if he's got 60 above % CBAs and he's ripping out 80 pluses, could be something.
I like it.
Could be something.
I think he's a real sneaky one. So
my next one, burning up the track. I wouldn't have picked it if I didn't hear these rumours. But Thomas Dow, 253. Thompson Dow, whatever his name is. He plays for Richmond.
I like him.
Yeatsy, who knows what he's going to do? But apparently, Chris Newman has made a statement saying, "Wow about Dow." Wow about Dow, champ.
Wow about Dow. Now there is one spot in my midfield for a mid-pricer. I think Dow is kind of fighting for that mid-pricer spot. At the moment, I'm kind of leaning towards him.
Yeah.
What do you think makes him such an attractive option besides Newman saying, "Oh my God, that Dow"?
Nothing, because I don't like I don't like his buy.
Better than Sheldrick's buy.
Well, it's to say they both get 2 buys.
Yeah, but
I don't like his buy. I like his price. Richmond, who knows what they're going to do with Uze. Is it Eats? It's Uze, right? Not Eats. Yeah, Uze. Whatever his name is, the new coach.
Yeats.
The new coach. Yeet. Anyway.
Who's Yeats?
Neats.
Do you mean like David Neats?
Maybe.
Dead?
So is he dead?
Who knows?
Who knows? Is he dead? Is he dead? But there's not much I don't like about it. There's much I don't really like about it. I'm sure Richmond supporters out there would say no.
Like I've had him in my team before when he was getting games, and when he was in the midfield, he actually looked pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So I really like him as well, Matty.
Yeah. So this is my special one, and I want to track his preseason. He hasn't played, but I think he's more than capable of being a great fantasy player if he's playing. And that's our boy Sam Berry from Adelaide. He's a forgotten superstar. Is 226. Now, if he gets some scores, champ,
that's a pretty cheap price.
That's a very cheap price for a Sam Perry. Like he's.
Did you say Sam Perry?
His name is Bam Perry.
Sam Berry.
Yeah.
Now Sam Berry, I really liked him until Matt Crouch came into the mix late last year, and he took another midfield spot, and he wasn't getting games before Matt Crouch came in, so it's going to be even harder now with
I don't know, because they have lost some Dodays and some key players.
We'll put him in the key position.
No, I'm sure Dawson will chip back in the back line, which could be a thing. But yeah, there's going to be some rotations. Adelaide have got to do something different. They can't just keep playing.
He is young, so he can get better.
And look, Sam Berry's best year, he averaged 86 or 87 almost. But he used to tackle so hard, and he's ripped out some numbers as big
17 tackles
as big as 140s and 121s. So keep an eye on him.
He's one to write down on the notes.
Write down. So hopefully he gets some
Sam Berry.
So his preseason games are the only way we're going to look at him, because they do not play the opening round. But I think he'll be worth a punt considering the price that he is.
Don't mind that one for the watch list, Matty. What do you got next for me?
All right, so that was the smoke for the midfields. Now this is where all the mid prices we need to really focus and zoom in because let's face it, champ, the forward line is complete shit.
Wow, my video hasn't come out yet, but I'm telling you, champ, the forward line is complete shit.
I don't think we.
So you got some mid-price forward options for me. I'm ready for all.
All right. Well, number one,
I have 6 spots available.
I have 6 spots available for some mid prices for champ. Lucky there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9.
Oh right. Okay.
9 prices that we need to keep a close eye on, and if they all do well, champ, I'm thinking of getting all of them. Like
all right. Give me the first one.
All right, Zach Fisher, champ. Is he in your team?
100% he's in.
Deep in defence. All reports saying he's kicking the ball.
I'm glad he done his hamstring. I'm glad he done his hamstring. So people were turned off by him.
He's the most expensive mid price probably on this list at 378.
He's my premium.
So he's a lock for me. I didn't even care that he injured his. He can injure all of his hamstrings and I'll still pick him.
If he's playing round 1.
Because you've got to face it. Like we've got North Melbourne now. Where are those Zeeble scores and those Sheasel scores and those when Aaron Hall's playing those scores? Because obviously Sheasel is now rumoured.
Straight to Luke McDonald.
Luke McDonald is in the mid price too. But Sheasel's now no he's not. But Sheasel is going mid to forward. So they want to play McKercher and Zach Fisher deep down back, and they are 2 locks for me. Champ, locks for you? Locked.
Fisher is a lock. Not McKercher, he's not a lock.
Now here's one that no one's really going to read about because from Gold Coast, Alex Davies. Now Alex Davies. I know, look, listen. You don't hear about it because it's in the Gold Coast and you don't really care.
I'm going to tell you why we don't hear about it. It's because it's Alex Davies. He's shit. Now, the midfield's got Anderson, Rao, Took Miller, and maybe a spruce of a Fiorini and a spruce of a Flanders. There is no room for Davies.
There is room for Davies, and I'll tell you why, champ. So Davies is a great player and he's running fit. He's actually, all reports, Hardwick loves him. And he's just as much as a wow factor to Chris Newman as Thomas Dow is. So I'm just saying... Like, you'll get to see him in round 1, opening round, and when he does his thing, he'll...
Are you scrolling for numbers that are good and you can't find any good scores?
Right now, yes, but I know he used to kick a lot of gals. But anyway, I can't find any
What? No, he didn't.
Or was that Sexton? Anyway, can't find anything good on Davies.
Sexton, he's like 33.
Alex Sexton?
Yeah, he's pretty old.
Remember he was like with the highest goal kicking for Gold Coast? Anyway, 1 year.
What's Sexton got to do with anything? This is hilarious. What's the next one?
That was hilarious. But look, I'm just saying, keep an eye for Alex Davies.
I'm not even looking.
You're not even going
to... No, he's not making the watch list.
Right,
It's got the buy with Tom Green and Flanders and... No.
Yeah, all right. Fair enough, champ. No, so crossing him out?
Him out.
Tom Lynch, champ. Everyone loves a Tom Lynch.
Tell me something I don't know about Tom Lynch.
He is an arsehole of a man. No, he's just got that face. You just want to do one of these two. But anyway, Tom Lynch, arrogant man. Did you know that or not?
Is he arrogant? Are you just making that up?
No, I don't think he's well liked around the footy field. Like against, he's very arrogant.
Okay.
Yeah. Like then you can just tell.
He kicks 10 goals for my team. I don't care.
Yeah, but I'm talking about all the other teams, the opponents' teams. I don't think he's got a lot of friends outside Richmond, and I don't think Richmond really like him either.
Okay.
Unless he doesn't kick him.
Where did you get your information from?
Chap, Richmond.
Okay.
Drive down Punt Road all the time. I know everything.
All right.
Tom Lynch, what do you think of him? 287.
He's playing
used to be 5'5". 5'5", is 500,000 2 years in a row.
I hate it. I don't like him.
You don't like him?
Tall forward. He's old, probably over 30 by the looks of him.
No Jack Rewalt. They're going to be looking at his big plucking gun arms.
I think Ryan Sampson can fill his role.
You think Ryan Sampson can fill whose role? Rewalt?
Yeah. You got to put him somewhere.
They're both spastics anyway.
I think we used the word spastic way too much for this video.
All right, we'll cut out that one.
Only 2 more.
2 more, all right, 2 more. So Nat 5, talk about your phenomenons. Nat 5, champ, all reports, he's in the midfield full time and he's burnt up the track. Taking some one-handed, where's the footballs, champ? One-handed speckies and the crowd went wild.
I'm going to tell you something.
Yeah.
I reckon the Waffle reporters there, or the fucking Western Australian reporters, they get the biggest hard on every time Fife just takes a big mark because they're just like, that's a fucking article. He's good. He's great. Everyone's going to read this.
So you're not believing the Fife? You're not believing the Fife hype?
I didn't believe Fife hype yet. And how much against Yo and Fife was I last year? Another year older, how much more against Fife and Yo am I going to be?
But he's got a new hat.
Tell me that price.
He's 283, Joe. He's 283 in the forward mid, and you love a Fremantle buy.
I do, but I don't think he's going to make it to the bye.
Because he's going to get injured?
Obviously, he's going to get injured.
Obviously.
And if he's playing in the midfield, he's going to break down even faster. How did he break down on the forward line last year? Just stay in one spot and mark the ball.
Took a leap.
Nah.
A leap of faith.
Nah.
So 5, you don't like 5.
I need to see some preseason. I need to see time on ground. I need to see how much midfield time he gets. I need to see him looking fit because he looks strong, but he's never durable.
All right, champ.
Is he? Do you like him?
I have tinkered him in and out of my team, and you think about...
Like you got 40 trades.
Yeah, like we got 40. Well, that's right. That's another reason why to get him. Well, take a risk. Take a punt. Take a risk.
Everyone says that. But
well, you just said it.
Everyone says take a punt because you got 40 trades. I'm not saying take a punt because
you just said it. You just said you got 40 trades.
I said at least you got 40 trades to help minimise your fuck-ups.
See? There you go. That's the best.
We'll talk about
from Jordan himself.
Well, we're going to talk about the trades and the buys in the next video.
Okay, we can do that. All right, next one, champ. That's enough about 5. He's already had dual Brownlow medalist. Like, come on. Come on. James Jordan, Melbourne, traded.
This is probably the one I like the most out of everything you mentioned except for Zach Fisher. Tell me more about James Jordan.
James Jordan, well, champ. Well, he's been subbed so many times in Melbourne to give him that juicy price of $275. Has practice match. Him and Taylor Adams definitely.
In the guts. And we're not talking James Jordan in the wing, right? We're talking him in the guts.
We're talking him in the guts. Callum Hill, there's a role to fill. Parker's getting a bit old. They've still got the Warner boys. Well, Warner boy, you wouldn't say the other one's going to get a shot. But look, they got him for a reason and played him.
What about Tay-Tay?
Tay-Tay's up there too. So you heard about the hit out on Sydney. Of
course I did, champ.
This is what I mean. Sydney have been renowned for making dud players into superstars.
Taylor's not a dud. Taylor's is not a dud. He's averaged over close to 95 before.
That was a long time ago, George.
He's an old player. That doesn't make him a dud.
Champ,
Is Dangerfield a dud now because he can't score over 95 average?
Would you ever get Dangerfield again?
If he went to Swans, I would.
Yeah, I see what I mean.
No, he's not making him a... anyway.
Oh, look, we've got to see what Taylor Adams... Like me personally, I'm glad that Noble and Taylor Adams did not play grand final for Collingwood. Taylor Adams chops up the ball way too much. Very intense, man. He gives away a free kick and it's always a 50-metre penalty follows because he's passionate, he's intense, he's shit disposal user.
Loves tackles.
Loves to tackle too high and then crack it and then get a 50-metre penalty against him. Yes,
you talking about Taylor Adams?
We're talking about Taylor Adams.
He's not that bad.
He is pretty bad.
The only thing bad is his hamstrings.
Well, why did we rule him out on Tuesday when Thursday is game day?
His hamstrings.
He was fit, that's why.
Oh, he was fit.
He was fit, and we ruled him out literally on Monday night when we had all week to rule him out.
You just know so much information that you
don't remember. Maybe you don't remember, but that's what happened. The article.
They ruled him out because he was injured. Why would he play the week beforehand?
Why test him?
Why would he play the week beforehand?
Why not test him 2 more days when there was the final train?
They said, okay, we've seen enough. He's obviously.
McRae knows what he was doing.
He knows what he was doing. He was injured. He's not one playing injured player. Oh yeah, Lipinski fucking tore up the field that day, did he?
Frampton did. Yeah. Frampton. Lipinski did some things, James. Don't you bag Lipinski. Anyway, so James Jordan, in a spot open in the midfield, because Mills won't be back for round 12, something like that, mid-season. Keep a close eye on him. We see him at round 0. We see him in his pre-season. So he's in my team, champ. Is he in yours?
Maybe. Okay. Good team will do a bit later, maybe. Now, Matty, I've got a question for you. If you get someone like Taylor Adams in your team, it's to be a keeper,
based on the fucking shit heap garbage we've got in our forward line, like Tom Lynch could be a keeper, to be honest.
No, he can't.
Why not?
Because he's an old stud.
Well, when you've got Hawkins and Jeremy Cameron, who are also old farts,
they're not going to be keepers either.
But they're literally in the top 8 of the average in the forward line.
For now. But we've got DPPs coming in at the end of round 6. And as for and I think they're going to be a better
for what we know right now, Geordie, Tom Lynch could be a keeper. Who knows?
I don't think so.
He's been 5'5" before.
Well, Toby Green is going to average more than him.
That's fine. We'll talk about your forward videos.
Okay. Did I just Here's a spoiler alert. In the top 14 forwards, Tom Lynch is not there.
Who knows? But he can have the potential considering how much rubbish and shit is in there.
No.
He can have a great season.
He won't be a keeper. I mean, if you want to make some money, yeah, maybe. But he's not going to be a keeper.
All right, maybe not. But let's just see.
maybe not.
Well,
I'm going to argue you down to a yes or a maybe not. I'm happy with that.
I'm happy with that one. All right, so next one, champ, is another one from Melbourne. James Harmston Bulldogs. Champ, do you like that pick? 2-5.
Oh, yeah. Well, Harms is a good scorer. And he's not an old player.
You know, how much what do you think Harms' highest average of a year was? And don't...
98.
There you go.
Was I right?
Oh, I thought you knew, but yeah, you're very close. Harmsy has averaged like 91s, 98s, 89s. He's been a massive scorer for Melbourne when it was just him and Oliver and Petrarca wasn't, but champ, could he be ready for the doggies?
How much midfield time is he going to get? And if he does get midfield time, CBA time, where is that coming from?
Where is it coming from?
Yeah, talk to me.
Bailey Smith.
Bailey Smith didn't get that many CBAs last year. So you're expecting him to only get Bailey Smith CBAs, or are you expecting some to come from Bond, some to come from Libba?
Well, we all know. Well, Libba's another year older. He's in his almost mid 30s now. Then we got Treloar, who's more injury prone than anyone.
Almost more than 5.
Almost more than 5. We've got Bont, who's pretty durable, doesn't really get injured. So McRae, who knows what he's going to be up to.
Another year older.
But yeah, well, like I said, I like these picks because they get him in. They've traded him in.
Harms.
They're going to give him a go.
I like Harms. I think even with just Bailey Smith CBAs, he's at a price where it's enough to make a bit of dosh, a bit of cash. He's only got one buy, so you can keep him until that last buy, get rid of him, upgrade him. Yeah. If he's not even a keeper. So
all right,
I really like Harmsy. I think there's not enough Harmses in some teams and forward lines out there.
Yeah. I like Harmsy too. All right, next one is from Brisbane Lions. Dev Robertson, champ. Do you like that pick? He's at 2.5. I know he's got a shit
Where's
buy.
Ashcroft back? Because I'm
Mid-year.
If he takes Ashcroft's spot, I think he can be a good pick. I think the early buy does turn me off him a little bit, but look, he's at a good price. Mid forward. I think he's
2.53 champ.
And look, he's a good player when he gets to the time. My concern is that he might be a sub, but apparently he's highly rated and he can get some
he's got a 0 as a sub. He's got a -1 as a sub. How's that?
That's pretty shit.
That's pretty goddamn good. But he's got 84s. He's got 95s. He's got 33s as a sub. 78s, 29s as a sub.
If he can shake off that vest, I think he can do well to average 70, 75.
I think so too.
And I think that'll be enough for your SuperCoach team.
And Brisbane have lost a lot of players, senior players too, and they haven't really.
Who they lost?
Well, they lost Gunston. They've lost Marcus Adams retired. Daniel Richards retired. A lot of best 22 players have retired.
I don't know if any of them were the best 22 that were at the end.
At the end, well, not in the grand final. They weren't, but it's a preseason champ. But he was in the team.
Yeah, I'll put him on my watch list.
He was in the team, champ. He played against Collingwood. I'm pretty sure he was in the grand final team that lost. Was he not? Pretty sure.
I don't remember seeing him, but
well, it was probably set up. Who knows? But anyway,
it's probably the sub.
Probably the sub's what we want to do. All right, champ. So another one.
How many left do we have?
Got 2.
All right, I'm ready. Tell me.
All right, so Elijah Tatsis apparently been burning up for the Bombers. We all know him. He was their number one pick.
Start off with the price.
Champ, his price is 245. Mid forward, Essendon.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm in the SuperCoach chats all day. I don't know enough about Tatsis to make a decision. What can you tell me about him?
All I could tell you is that he was picked for a high pick for a reason. Was injured last year, kind of got a couple of games at the end. Burning up the track, I'll still need to speak to my Essendon informant, Emad, but haven't spoken to him just yet. But all reports on socials is he's doing well. And
is he the same player as Durham? Would you even know what they look like if they walk past you?
No.
Tatsis, Durham.
I don't think
they all seem like the same kind of player to me.
They do, they are. And they're all quick.
How many games did he play last year? Is he in the best team?
Look, let's be honest, champ. I'm not going to get Tatsis, all right? Let's just...
Stop wasting my damn time. All right, next player.
Last one and last four.
So why do you bring up these players?
Jeff, because we need some variation. Who knows? Some idiot Essendon supporter's going to say, yeah, Tatsis.
No, you heard it. Essendon supporters, if you're an idiot, go grab Tatsis. But he has been getting a lot more midfield time, what I've read.
Well, anyway. There you go. See,
but that's about the...
Well, why'd you wait for me to embarrass Tatsis when you could have said something that would have saved me?
Well, because you're bringing up this player, and I know information about almost every player. I just wanted to see if you had anything extra.
Oh, yeah, well, I'll tell you first if you tell me.
Well, you're bringing up the Tatsis. I'm not bringing up Tatsis for the podcast.
The f*** up.
All right.
Anyway, last but not least, definitely Jack Billings. Jack Billings from Melbourne. Couldn't get a game at St Kilda. What makes you think he's going to get a Melbourne champ? I'll tell you why he's going to get a game at Melbourne. Because... Please. Oliver,
he's playing
what did I say last year, at the start of last year? Oliver's going to just have a big
Are we going to reveal what actually happened with Oliver? Because from what we know, compared to what everyone else knows, everyone thinks it's drugs, and he might not be fit from round one. He's just troubled. When it's not that, it's a medical condition.
Yes.
So doesn't that make Oliver more of an attractive option to us than it would be to someone else? Because they think it's drugs, they think it's off-field issues. when we know it's something that's gone on with him in his
personal
life.
I'll still not get him.
Because of the buy?
Because of just the buy.
I'm seriously considering. Because his medical condition that he has, he's played through it before, is obviously getting a little bit worse now. But I think he's great.
No.
It's
Too
the buy
risky.
that's what...
The buy is too risky. He's a great player, even when he's sick, and he's been playing so well over the last few years. Arguably one of the best players in the comp. Top 5 easy, I think. As far as Supercoach as well, but...
He averaged like 140 points in the finals.
It's just too risky. Like, look, if you're paying, he's like the third. How much? Is it
second highest?
Second highest average player besides what Bonton, English.
Yeah, besides the Ruckman, I think he's the second most expensive player.
See, that's too much.
Because even on his sick years, he belts out those 140s like there's no tomorrow.
He does. But anyway, let's go back to Jack.
Tempted because he's in such a low amount of teams. He's such a pod. I'm warming up to it.
So well, look with Jake.
Should buy though.
With Jack Billings. So the last couple of guys that we spoke about.
I was still talking about Billings.
We haven't really started. James Harms, James Jordan. They were Melbourne players now out of the team. Oliver, who knows what he's going to be doing as far as. Obviously, he's the best 22, but, if he's ready to play, we'll be up to...
He's got a vest written all over him. Why wouldn't he get a vest?
Who's that?
Billings.
Jack Billings? I don't know, champ. He's... Because we know what he's capable of.
Are we expecting him to play wing, midfield, or forward line?
I think he'll be a wing forward. I think there'll be... Because who's their other wingman with Hunter?
Hunter and Langdon.
Langdon. Okay, maybe...
They're two really good...
it really looks like he could be in the...
straight in the forward
flank, rotating the sub. But look, who knows?
Thank you. That conversation actually really talked me out of getting him.
Getting Billings?
Yeah, I was thinking about it, but now looking at their wingman and structure, I don't think he's going to be getting that.
Yeah, probably not.
Keep an eye out.
But who knows? You can't name another 4 of Melbourne's forward players. Tell me.
Sparrow, Alex Neil-Bullen. We're talking tall forwards as well. Ben Brown.
He doesn't get a game.
Yes, he does.
He did not get a game at all.
Fritsch.
Okay, 3.
And
Jack Billings slots right in.
Cosy Pickett. This is just off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But then let's now, are we done, or you got some real stuff that you want to talk to me about?
Oh well, look, there's always the value picks, Jeff.
The value picks. Give me value.
Value. Okay.
That's mid-prices done. We want value now.
Let me know about your mid-prices. Tell me how many mid-price 4 lines you're going to be getting, because let's face it, if it's a lot more
I'm going to get all of them, except for me. I'm going to get all of them, except for Harley Reid, if you don't want to call them the mid-pricer.
Yeah, pretty much.
I might get one premium, maybe one, maybe.
Zach Fisher, yeah. Would Zach Fisher be
that could be a McRae or a Flanders.
Yeah.
Maybe. But we'll see how we go with that. I'm still pending that.
All right, champ. So value picks is pretty much players that I think are going to come back that are a low price that are good. Now, number 1, who is in my team? You can laugh, champ. It's Matt Crouch, Adelaide.
I'm not going to laugh at you.
Champ, stop laughing. You see he's laughing. Matt Crouch, I like him. Matt Crouch.
Oh, he's good.
He's great. We know what he's capable of. He can be number 1. He can be in the top 10 midfielders easily. He has before. Don't laugh. He's 490, champ. Matt Crouch. He only played 7 games last year.
Top 10 midfielders.
Top 10 midfielders. He averaged 97. He signed
pushing out merit.
He signed an extra. Champ, he signed an extra 2 years, so he's gonna be doing some fucking things.
Stop hitting
Sorry,
me!
that would have hurt. I know. All right, I know you're gonna get me back. Go.
No, it's all right. I'll be the bigger man.
I saw. But Matt Crouch, he's had a 33 and he's 35 in his name last year, which was great. But the last, which is why it's so cheap. But his last few games that he played, champ, how would you not like this? 144, 112, 122, 86 and 98 for someone that's that cheap.
And another 86.
And another 80. I said the last 5 games, champ.
What about the last 6 games? He wasn't sub that game.
Champ, all right, fine. Well, they don't really do. His last 5 game average was great.
Now,
yes.
Some questions about Crouch.
Yes.
Now, I'm going to tell you the things I like about him. Then I'll tell you the things I don't like. I like the fact that you can have him all the way up until the last buy, or his buy, because he's got only the 1 buy, and then you can get rid of this absolute piece of shit, and you can upgrade him to someone who's already had their buy.
Like Walsh, like
a Tom Green or something like that. And then you don't miss one game from a premium, just use 1 trade on that 1 buy, which I like that.
I like that too. So he's more of a stepping stone as far as getting a 1 trade premium after...
Top 10.
Yeah.
Top 10 Crouch.
Easily. When he has his buy, he would easily be an easier upgrade to get someone like either Walsh or Tom Green or Neil or someone Dunkley if he's dropped in price and he's coming back hard. So those 3 teams, I think Sydney might be in that bracket too, but I don't think Goulden even.
Yeah, so that's a good. You can use him as a stepping stone, and he does have some injury-affected or sub-affected games in there,
which is why he's a value pick. And we all know what he can be capable of. He's a ball magnet. They've signed him on for 2 more years. So yes, we know that he didn't play majority of all of last year except one game in round 8. But his last 6 games he did play, and he played very well. With Port Adelaide 144, 112 against Gold Coast, 122 against Brisbane. So a good teams he's been playing, but he only got a 98 against West Coast.
Now, there's always a big risk or chance that he can drop back to the sample because he did only come back for the last 6, 7
and that question
games.
that everyone's saying, we've got 40 trades, mate, it's fine.
It's fine?
Because he's going to cover the early buys too. You kind of want as much premium and much, mid-price to high-price premiums in your team to get those extra scores when you're getting those Grundys and Gorns and Dacosses and Gouldens and Tom Greens that aren't going to be getting scores, and you have to rely on Gibcusses and Jeremy Sharps and things like this.
Matty Crouch, if I compare, I don't know if he's this close in your value picks, but Matt Crouch, Jack Steele, similar kind of price, but only have the 1 buy each. Are you leaning towards more Matt Crouch than...
I'll be honest, champ. I have probably got nearly all of these players in my team that I'm going to read out.
Are you going to read out Steele?
I am going to read out Steele.
Oh, all right. Can we get to Steele next?
No, it's Cam Guthrie next. So Cam Guthrie...
All right, you talk about Cam Guthrie while
okay, we'll go next to Steele. Okay, so Jack Steele, champ, you made a point, so you're right. We should be staying on the track. So Steele and Matt, I think I asked you the question, champ, who would you rather same price? Matt Crouch, Steele. You answered...
I can't remember what I answered.
You answered Crouch.
Did I?
You did. But Steele is...
I did some research, I think.
And that's why you said Crouch?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, Steele, a lot of people would have hated him because they would have burned a lot of people last year with the shit scores that he was getting. But there were some good facts about Sinclair's and Steele's. When they're both sharing midfield times, both of them score around the 80s to 90s. But when Sinclair's only in the back, he averages about 120 and Steele averages about 120 as well. So... if Ross Lyon can get that mix right, Jack Steele, Sinclair, just keep them in their sole positions, then Sinclair and Steele are locks, in my opinion. But that premium price still has been $660,000. He's been top 3 midfielders priced in his past years. So I still think it is a value pick. I think he's about 5'3" or something like that.
126 one year as well, which doesn't hurt. So
it doesn't hurt. So... that's that. Then we got Cam Guthrie. Now, Cam Guthrie, champ, let me talk to you about Cam Guthrie. I had a dream about him, and that's why I had to look at...
Why do you dream about this stuff all the time?
Champ, tell me. Look, Dean, good shout out to Dean Fields. Dean Fields
is running a really good show on the AFL SuperCoach group admin.
And the last post he said, I hope you, sweet dreams, SuperCoach, hope you see. He said that, did he not?
He did.
And so you're asking me why am I dreaming? Because Dean Fields told me to dream about it.
You've been dreaming about SuperCoach for years now. Yeah, Geordie, I had a dream last night.
I
had a dream I got this player and he scored 150.
You've said the same dreams to me too, champ.
I had them like once or twice.
Yes, I've had them once or twice too. Anyway, Cam Guthrie was in my dreams.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just asking.
Cam Guthrie, well, he scored pretty high. He's averaged 99 2022. What did he do? 23. Averaged 83. He only played 6 games last year. And he still averaged 83. I'm pretty sure one of them was affected. But he has also averaged 113 in 20 games the year before. And that was all in 2021, champ. That was only a couple of years back.
And we liking Guthrie's buy.
We like Guthrie's buy. We also love Guthrie because he is goddamn cheap. He's 420. 420.
He's cheap.
You know, and let's face it. Can you name me 3 midfielders in Geelong besides Guthrie?
We've got Bowers in there now.
Yeah, he's killing it.
Tanner Braun's in there.
Oh yeah, he's good.
Dangerfield.
Yeah, Dangerfield. Yeah, you don't think Cam Guthrie, who's?
I think he's going to get in there. I'm not saying he's not. I'm just naming.
So how much? Okay, all right. So how much CBAs do you think Guthrie will get?
Adkins.
How much CBAs do you think Cam Guthrie will get? 70 high.
I think around the 60s to 70s.
That's all I need.
I think he will have a bit of bench time.
He will not have bench time, champ. It's Cam Guthrie. He's only 31 years of.
Let's be real.
He's only 31 years young, so that's probably why you probably don't like him.
Yeah, he's a bit old.
He's
a good price. $420K for your Cam Guthrie.
It's value.
Right, it's value.
It's value. And the buy too. Covers the buy. Same thing. They got the same.
You can almost get 2 Cam Guthries for a price of a bond, but almost.
All right, now we got, champ, your good old favourite, Touk Miller. I think he... I want to keep it. The only thing that stopped and Touk Miller, I think, like obviously he was a tagging role when that Stephen King was coaching Gold Coast last year, but we all know
no way he's doing that.
There's no way Hardwick is going to. I think he's one of the most popular players picked in the premium.
Really?
Yeah. As far as the primos, if you ever look at the most picked primo players in the midfield, I think Touk Miller is right up there.
Such a tricky one for me because I take in the buys very seriously, Mattys.
So are we, because like my favourite players, if there were no buys, I'll get Touk and Tom Green, but they both have that same buy very early on, which is...
I mean, when you're playing for overall, you don't want to be dropping 2 huge premiums extra than the rest of the competition. It's hard to be catch up from that point on.
So the reason why his value, last year, his first 5 games, 127, 122, 109, 106, 113. Then he got injured in round 6, he got a 40. So there's already the value there. However, when he came back, months and months later, he was not playing the role that he was playing. He was playing a tagging role, which still got respectable scores, but not as good as what he's capable of. He got 92, 101, 81, 106, 82, 86. So these type of these scores were definitely based on
that's value.
On
that's
tag.
good. That's that buy.
It's the buy that hurts us. That's why Touk is so cheap, because we all know what his starting price was at the start of the year. Champion, it was over 600,000.
Yeah. I think I started with Touk last year.
I think he got injured and no one did. Did he? Oh, no, he had an interrupted pre-season and we jumped off him. But
yeah, okay.
But anyway, he still got injured anyway. He was still right for round 1, which we didn't really know if he was or not, but he ended up playing.
I think Touk Miller is a great pick. Will he average more than what he's priced at? Absolutely.
Well, he's not averaging 97 right now as far as what he was. But
that's with a 40 in his score as well.
And the year before that, he averaged 120 SuperCoach with 22 games. The year before that, he averaged 124.5 SuperCoach with 21 games. So he is capable of being a $700,000 player.
Absolutely.
And he's priced at someone that's only averaging 97. So Touk
value
is so goddamn good, but the buy round really hurts for me. Another one is good at value champ is that good old Sam Walsh, who is surprisingly in almost like 30-40% of teams.
That's really weird. He hasn't been in my team once.
I've lurked with him. He's 5'7'6". Now the reason for his value champ is the fact that he's Sam Walsh. We all know what he's capable of.
Yep. He can be a 650 to 700,000 player as well.
I think that's just because we know that he can be that type of player. But even last year's scores, there's no value in them. His lowest number was 72, but the next lowest was 87. So he hasn't really had a sub-affected game or an injury-affected score. It's just based on what we think is capable of. Is why he's in that bracket. But
Sam Walsh will not be in my team in 2024. I can guarantee you. There's so many reasons, but the main reason is injury concern. I don't know when his last time he had a full season on, but he doesn't look like that. Number 2, his role. Now, he's not getting the CBAs. He's being pushed on the wing, half forward, coming up to the... That's horrible. And he could be getting he's such a good player. If he was just getting CBAs, he would be probably one of the highest averages.
Oh, yeah.
He's not getting it. And number 3, that buy, it's round 2. You have him for 1 game in SuperCoach and he's missing a game. No. Sam Walsh is just, for me, that's such not a good pick.
Like, so 20 games in 2022, he averaged 111. In 2021, he averaged 117 with 22 games. So he's capable of scoring those, and I think that's why he's so popular, based on the fact that he can get 115s, 117s, and he's priced at 103. So question is, Champ, do you think he will get more of his average at 103?
Depends on his role. Are they going to continue that horrible role that got him 80s and 101s and
I think he was carrying a big injury last year.
He's always carrying an injury. Is it not a preseason where Sam Walsh is moving freely?
Well, the year before and before that, he only missed 1 game out of those 2
He did, but remember, every preseason he was still going into that year not 100%.
With some sore balls, yep. No, fair enough. So no, you don't think he will increase his average? And if so, how much? If not, how much?
He will increase his average. Yeah. I think he's just a really good player, and that's really low kind of scoring. But the role is a concern, buy is a concern, injury is a concern. He will increase his average, not enough to make me want to get him, not enough for that buy. He's literally so far out of my calculations. I don't know how 33% of people, maybe I'm missing something. Obviously, I know he's 120 when he's in the midfield and midfield only. I don't see why that's changing.
Maybe when he did get those scores, Cheras and Hewitts weren't really in that side at that point, because Hewitt came from Sydney, Chera came from Freo. It was mainly just Walsh and Cripps and Matt Kennedy,
They're even putting Doherty
Doherty in the
all over the
midfield
place as well.
Yeah.
So like, I don't really
know.
like what Voss is doing with the players in Carlton. So
Do we need to check a CBA, champ? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, you can check them. I would love to hear it. So,
Alright, so we'll check a Walsh CBA. There he is, right here. All right, so we've got, where is Walshy? Champ, can you see him? There he is. So
you've got 55% on average CBAs for the year. So
55%. So the last games that he played, he got 71, 67, 58, 79, which is still pretty good.
not bad, but there was 3 or even 4 ones where he got less than 40% CBAs.
He got 26, 35, 39. He did spend a lot of time. And who took over the spots there? So Chera, Cripps.
So that's the thing with Cripps, 79% in the midfield. That's the kind of thing I want for Welsh because I reckon he can be so damaging there.
Yeah, that's also true. So we'll see how we go, champ. Now the next two, I'm just going to knock them out in the same. We all know why Grundy and Gawn are a premium value.
Must have almost.
Yeah.
I would say must have absolutally if they didn't have this horrible buys.
Yeah.
But their value is just. I've spoken about it in the
We
Ruck
all
video.
we all know what Grundy does. We all know what Gawn does, and they.
If you were going to pick one of them, which one would it be?
Gawn.
Because of the price?
Because of the price, yeah. But
I'm
Grundy in the SCG and the Amy's the small grounds.
Small ground.
He'll dominate.
Swans contested style of football.
Yeah.
You know, clearly don't
Tackles,
know Ruckman there.
boundary throw-ins. He's good at his craft, that Grundy, and that's coming from a Collingwood supporter
Now,
too.
if you haven't seen the Ruck video, I made a Ruck video of the top, I think maybe 8 Ruckman that I believe will average the most. Have a look at that video. I've got all the stats with Gawn without Grundy and Grundy without Gawn.
So good.
And that's huge. They're huge numbers.
Like, you got to be hiding under a big SuperCoach rock to not know that Gawn and Grundy are definitely value picks. They literally played in the same team last year just so they could be cheap for us this year. So back to Gawndy for me, that's a lock.
If you weren't getting Gawn, what are your considerations? Is it to go down, save some cash, or is it to go up and maybe avoid that buy that he has?
If I wasn't going to get Gawn, I would probably go either think about Marshall, to be honest, or I wouldn't go to. I wasn't even entertaining the thought of Sherry, but
Sherry, Lysa, none of these guys.
I don't know. We both love that Briggs, but his buy is just as bad.
Yeah, absolutely.
It'll be a tough one, champ.
Tim English, I haven't heard you say his name. The premium ruckman last year, he got the first 6 games, he didn't get lower than 130.
Well, yeah.
So that's huge. Would you consider Tim English, get rid of Gawn's buy and just have a straight run through the whole up until round 14?
It's too much money, and Rory Lobb's talking a lot of shit that makes me scared about
Rory Lobb is a piece of shit. And I don't think he's going to.
But who knows? Beveridge is an idiot too.
But he can do that.
But like, let's
Tim English in the forward line with that big golden head of his is just going to scream kick it to me, and he takes such a good pluck up there.
Look, you can't go in the same, the next year with the same strategy, the same team. McRae made changes and he's probably the best coach for the last 2 years, and we won a flag and we were second last prior. Yes, because he made changes and made changed positions. If you're just going to say, and Beveridge is known for changing positions where players should play, so I wouldn't be surprised if Tim English is going to go in a half-forward role and Rory Lobb and switch it up to see if, because he's done it. But like, Caleb Daniel
He also kept Bont in the midfield all of last year, which was very beneficial.
But for us, yes. But for Bulldogs, they didn't make finals. He's like a panic. Like, if it didn't work 1 week, he's going to change Caleb Daniel to a half forward when it was a
Caleb Daniel's position.
Like McRae. It didn't work for McRae in the midfield because they didn't make finals the year before. Like, it's just that he wants to change and wants to see what he can do to get a winning formula.
As soon as he wins the games, everyone's keeping their position.
That's exactly right.
They have round 1.
Yeah.
Well, so that's it. The mid price is done.
That's we're still on the values, champ. So the mid price has been done for a while. Where the fuck have you been? So
mid price is value.
No, we still got So Tom Stewart, champ. It's not done. I love Tom Stewart. He's a lock for me. He'll be a lot more expensive than what he was. He got that 18 that really hurt everyone's scores that got him, especially Gerald's. I like him. More midfield time as well as back time. I think he'll be doing that Doherty role where he will be taking kickouts.
That Doherty role, he's played all over the field and gets 80s.
The playing the midfield and kicking it out like Dacos does.
Like Dawson does?
Dawson, Dacos, they all do it. All the good SuperCoach school players do it. And I love his buy, champ. I really love Tom Stewart's buy. And I don't really rate Geelong this year, so I think he'll be getting a lot of the football. So I like Tom Stewart. And he's a value pick because of the fact that 8, that pretty much next to 0 number, it could have been at least 20,000 more expensive if you got another.
Okay, I can see where the value's coming from.
So the value's coming from there. Obviously, Hayden Young's last 4 or 5 games have been in the guts, and they've all averaged 110 plus. when he wasn't scoring that great in the back line. Still 523,000, but I still think there's a bit of value in what he could have been if he did play that role that he will be playing all this year. And champ, last but definitely not least.
Tell me about it.
It's Tom Mitchell. Champ, Tom Mitchell has had a couple of vests on last year and he is ready to soar, champ. Why is there no reaction? Tom Mitchell is value. He got 3 vests.
It's value.
Why
did he get 3 vests? Was he injured?
No. We didn't need to win games. We didn't need to win games.
Are we going to need to win games next year?
Yeah, we are. So he'll stay on the field all the time.
No,
Champ, he got the 137th Supercoach in the grand final.
Now, you had Tom Mitchell ahead of Bont in your end of season year ratings.
I did.
How did that go?
Champ, who's around the Premiership medal? I did. Well, maybe I got confused about the rankings, but Tom Mitchell definitely won the Premiership. I don't see Bont's medal, do you?
He's got a medal in my heart for my Supercoach team.
Well, that's fair enough. He's got a medal for everyone's heart.
Tom Mitchell's not a good player. You're not going to, I mean, he's a good player, but you're not going to pick him.
Champ, it's 5'2".
That's the price last year.
I know, right? And he's got 3. Like, imagine what he could have been if he didn't get those vests. Think about it. Champ. And there was 100, like I said, in the grand final.
I think the days where Tom Mitchell's getting 120s, 115s every game are over.
Let's make a $200 bet. Let's make a $200 bet that that's not true, champ.
Yeah, I would love for my yearly Tom Mitchell income.
And I think Butters is value too. Like, I only say this is just honourable mention. I think Butters is definitely value considering his first 7 games last year was all in the 4. Like, even though he got 70s, 80s, maybe a couple of crap numbers. But
he got some 100s.
Oh, yeah, but when he was solely in the guts in those CBAs. Like,
how many, get up Butters at CBAs. I'm pretty sure he was only in the forward line for only 4 games.
I think it was 7, champ.
7. That's a lot of games.
Okay, so where's their Butteridoo? So,
Butters,
well, he got
3 games. 33 games.
33, 41, 12. But still 55. Yeah, but that, like, when you've got 33, 41, 12, 68, 64,
you got 2
55.
51s at the end of the year.
Yeah, but that's fine. That's not at the end. But anyway, but then in the mid and the last, So he's normally in the guts around 65 to 70% of the time, right? Mm-hmm. But he's had a lot of games where he was 55 below. So I think he's value.
I don't think he's value. I think he's priced exactly what he is. Because even in those games, he scored 100.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
What, in round
1?
What did he score?
I think he scored 100.
I don't think he did.
Let's have a look.
All right, let's have a look, champ. You think he scored 100 in round 1?
I think he did.
But
I know the first 3 rounds he scored 100 sometime.
He scored crap last year. I'm pretty sure his first 7 games were ugly. He scored 100.
100! Oh!
All right, then he scored 67, 79, 89.
But then he got that 89 when he was still in the midfield.
Sydney Swans know how to tackle him.
All right, there you go. Butters is value.
That's all for me. Well, anyway, I like him, champ. So
value picks. How many of those actual plausible selections, Matty?
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of the 10.
Wow. In your team?
In my team.
How many of those mid prices do you have?
1, 2, 3.
Guys, you can find us on
4.
SuperCoach Masters at Twitter. Don't forget to join the Facebook group. Post your team in there. Have it rated by other active SuperCoach members. Get yourself a beanie. Get yourself a polo. And look out for the forward line video. Come on, Matty. When can these people expect to see that stressed out face of yours and that big burly chest?
Champ, I do not have my balls back yet, okay? Until my baby girls can learn how to drink their own bottles, I think I'll be killed more often, but I cannot commit every week. Geordie's doing a great job without me. I'm only here.
Some would say a better job.
I've seen the comments and that's why I'm here. So guys, thanks for the support and
Engo, this is for you, mate.
Engo, my boy, I miss you so much, buddy. But it is what it is, and do what I can to help you out from time to time.
Good to see you as well. Happy Christmas, New Year, all that stuff.
My first cousin. Seen him since the last SuperCoach podcast.
Last SuperCoach video.
Yeah, oh, man, it's good to see you and have a good one. And smile.
You already got you put the footy down there. All right, guys. See you next time on the next video. Please like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Tell me, are you happy to see Matty?
Of course they are.
Just let him know. Let him know. It's probably like a 2-hour video.
See you guys.